Pete, congratulations on being named to the Ashes squad. What was the feeling when you got the message?
Yeah, I think just enjoy, just happiness. I think, the last couple of years, I've spent a lot of time over here playing county cricket. With the goal, this was sort of the end goal to, get everything right and have one last crack at an Ashes series. And not saying this is going to be the end, but I think age is getting on a little bit. So I've got to be realistic. And I think I think the last couple of years has worked out well for me here and gave me the best chance. And to obviously get that nod after a tough week of cricket here with the lads, it was nice to get that yes and know that I'm definitely going to be part of this Ashes series.
Did you get any specifics from Trevor about the role you might look to play in the series?
No, I think the part of my selection is probably it's on the back of what I've done over here. I think if I play a part in the series, it's just going to be about me playing the way that I play in England. I think that's what's got me selected. But that's the skills that I've learned over the last couple of years about playing here, playing in different conditions, even playing against a lot of their players. I think that's just going to be me going about my game and just do what you want to do, what I've got to do. And I think that's what we all have to do as players. You get selected for the reason was what you're doing previously. And I think all the guys coming in, Bangers and even Marnus, who have spent some time over here this year. I think if those guys can just play the way they've been playing, put the scores on the board like they have been, it'll be a successful tour. So just excited.
Do you get the same feeling putting on the whites, putting on the bag green as you first did?
Yeah, you do. I think as getting this, getting the call up now, it's as exciting as it was the first time. It doesn't change. I think any opportunity you get to be a part of an Ashes squad, but any Australian side, but for an Ashes series in England, it's very exciting. So I did feel like a little kid. In there you probably looked a lot more. Steady and, yep, no worries, looking forward to it. But when I walked out, I did feel like that young kid again, getting that opportunity again. And, so it's about, 10 years ago when I first came over here to play my first Ashes series, and now to be going into my fourth, it's very exciting.
Just on that, how are you a different bowler from that 2009 Siddle to the 2019 Siddle?
Yeah, I think I was just a young bloke that ran in and tried to bowl fast. That was pretty much the basics of my game plan when I was that young, and it wasn't much more complicated than that. I had a lot of fun doing it, but I think over that time I've had a lot of ups and downs and injuries and selection and all that type of thing. But to be here now, and like what I spoke about earlier, those last couple of years over here playing for Essex, honing my skills to hopefully get another crack at an Ashes series. I think a lot of credit goes to them as a county for obviously having me play for them, but helping me on my way and supporting me along the way. It's been great fun. I've enjoyed it, and I think it's got me in good stead to firstly understanding conditions here in England from their point of view, a proper English point of view, but also learning more skills along the way about how to play in conditions, bowl, knowledge of different batsmen. I think it leaves me in good stead to hopefully play a big part in this series.
Is that what you mean by skills? Is it more just like the peripherals around the game, or is it literally like how you hold the ball, what you do on the wicket, where you bowl, where you run in, things like that?
I think a little bit of everything, yeah. I think you do. You learn different things. Obviously, me coming over here in previous series, you learn a lot from those experiences, but I think being able to play on the county circuit and learn from the guys that do it week in, week out, year after year, you learn even more. I think I've had the luxury over a couple of games last year, but all this season playing alongside Alistair Cook. There's no greater man to learn from, to understand the game from, and just his knowledge of the game's outstanding, and especially in English conditions. So I think the friendship that we've got now probably won't be as strong as it was earlier in the year over the next couple of months, but I think, just learning little things that they pick up over the years, and little tricks and stuff that hopefully, I can then pass on to our squad about going about it out in the middle. I think hopefully that helps, and hopefully it helps us to a series win at the end, which would be amazing.
What's it been like becoming friends with Cook? You were once fierce Ashes rival to now teammate and close mate?
It has been a bit weird. I think at first, like last season when I had the opportunity to play alongside him, it was just, for me, it was exciting because I'd had so many good battles against him, and sort of been frustrated at how good he was, to now being able to say that he's my teammate, play alongside him, and know you've got that guy that walks out at the top of the order, open the batting, whether it's a flat wicket or a wicket that's going to do a lot, knowing the confidence of how good he is, that you can sit back, relax, and just watch him go about his business. And I think I can tell you for sure, it's definitely a lot more enjoyable when he's your teammate and than when he's at the back at the other end of the wicket when you're playing an Ashes series in Australia in 2010. That wasn't as exciting then. So yeah, it's been great. I think, like I said, his knowledge of the game. He's a great bloke, as much as probably a lot of Australians disagree, but no, once you get to know him, he's a good man, and I think he has been a big help, especially this season, just mentally and even just to chat to about little things out in the middle. I think he's captained James Anderson and Stuart Broad for a long time, so he knows little tricks about the way that they went about things, and maybe things that he said to them that he can now say to me to help me out in the middle. So he's been great help.
Is he still good enough to play for England?
Well, stats-wise, you'd say so. I think he's sitting at the moment, top 5 run scorers this season, and the second best average as an opener. So he definitely is still good enough to do it. Thankfully, he doesn't want to do it, so that would be nice. But we did speak about it the other week that it would be quite enjoyable if we've played 10 games together this year that. If we had to go out and play against each other in this Ashes series, we wondered how much different it may be now that we are so close. So, but lucky for me and lucky for us as a team that we won't have to worry about that, and we can just worry about the new guys that are there.
And you've gotten to know Stuart Broad, right? Have you ever brought up the 2010 hat trick?
No, that comes up nearly every time we meet. So it is always a little bit of a laugh and matter, and obviously. Cookie's the first wicket in that, which is always nice. But Broady and I have always been pretty close, even throughout the battles that we've had over the previous years. And I played a stint at Nottingham with him, played a few games. So we've stayed close since. And we've spent a bit of time together this summer. So that will be interesting. But I think we're lucky enough that this summer I've played against him twice. So we've had that battle of bowling bounces to each other and having a bit of banter out in the field. So. Come Ashes series, it's not going to be no trouble having a crack against each other. But I think it's just it's probably a lot more friendlier beforehand and especially afterwards. That to be fair and honest, he is one of my close mates now, and it is going to be a bit different. But I think like I said, it's exciting. It's you get pretty used to playing against guys now that that have been your teammates at some stage throughout the 2020 and all that type of stuff. So. It's going to be another good opportunity to battle it out against each other out in the field.
First test, Edgbaston. What can you tell us about playing in Birmingham?
Yeah, I haven't played there in a little while, but you sort of go on the last Ashes series there. There was a little bit in the wicket, but from what I know and the history and watching county games there, that there may be a little bit in it, but it's also the batsmen that get in there and bat well there can score big runs. So I think for a cricket game, it's nearly one of the ideal wickets. Obviously, we won't know until what it actually looks like until we get there and see how it goes. But I think it's always been an exciting test venue, and I think all the venues this year is sort of like it is a traditional old school Ashes series that all the grounds that we play on are pretty much the main 5 grounds in England. So I think that makes it exciting. Not for me, also for me that's played on all the grounds, but I think some of the guys, they're playing their first Ashes series, or they're coming back into the side and being around the Australian setup. They're getting to play on some amazing grounds. You get some cracking crowds. Obviously, you cop the abuse along the way, but I think that's what makes an Ashes series so wonderful, is that you play on some amazing grounds with amazing support from home and obviously here in England. So it's going to be an amazing series.
There's no Kevin Peterson now, so you've got to nominate a new Ashes bunny.
I don't know. I'll have to see how I go. I think, I'll have to see maybe after the first test if I play. We'll see who I get out the most consistently, and we can name him. But yeah, to be fair, I haven't played a lot of cricket against some of the guys, so it will be a bit of a new lineup that we'll be playing against. So that'll be interesting for us. But I think it's the lineup that we've seen a lot of. They've played with this similar lineup for especially their middle order for the last couple of years. So we'll see how we go. But yeah, hopefully by the end of the series, I do have a new bunny or two.
Finally, James Pattinson, you know him probably better than anyone else. What buttons do you have to press to get him going?
I think I hope that's not the only reason I'm on the tour. That's for sure. That I know what buttons to push to get him going and get him up and cranking and really get firing. But I think I've known him since he was about 7 or 8 years old. When he was this little annoying kid that used to come along and watch his brother and I play club cricket together. The last few years actually playing as teammates and enjoying the fun that we have out in the middle and how we play together. So I'm looking forward to hopefully getting that opportunity to be out in the middle with him again and representing Australia. We've done it on a few occasions, but an Ashes series in England, another crack at it. He's obviously had a long road back from injury, and to watch him go, so pretty much see where he was at the lowest of lows when that all happened over in New Zealand years ago to where he is now. He's married, he's got a kid. He has toned down a lot of things, but I think his aggression and competitiveness out in the cricket field hasn't toned down, and I think that's the exciting thing, not just for me as one of his best mates, but as a teammate. But I think for Australian cricket is when he's up and about and at his best, there's not many more that you want to see out in the middle firing for you. So I think that's very exciting, and I'm looking forward to seeing him, send those balls down out in the middle.
There's no keyword, no code word you say to him, just take it up a gear?
Nah, there might be a few little things, but we'll keep those things a little secret for now, and we'll see when he's charging in this Ashes series how he's going.